Welcome back to this very special edition of Tell Me About Your Damn Book, live from the 2018 New England Authors Expo. Joining me, at long last, is Karen Creamer. And I say at long last because we have been trying to get this woman on Tell Me About Your Damn Book for a very, very long time. She is finally here. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for finally squeezing me in.
Well,
because your dance card's pretty full.
My dance card is pretty full. I am quite popular these days, especially at the 2018 New England Authors Expo. And apparently I'm even more popular than I thought I was. So we got to get cracking here.
That's right.
So you are an author,
Yep.
a holistic health coach,
Yes.
and a speaker.
Yes.
You help women who are overwhelmed, uninspired, and stuck understand that it's time to take back their power so that they can start writing their own story.
It's time, people. Okay, it doesn't even just have to be women. I'm deciding, things are evolving as we go along here, but pretty much people get stuck in their old stories, and how liberating it can be for women and men to say, you know what, this bad thing happened to me, but that is in the past. That's my old story. Time to start writing my new story. And the way I apply that to holistic healing is I'm also a registered nurse. And in my new book, I talk about taking your power back with your health. And so maybe you're stuck in a story of you are your diagnosis. Quit that, like right now.
I am not my diagnosis.
If you take one thing away from this interview, let it be not to over-identify with your diagnosis.
Okay.
The words you put after I am are some of the most powerful words you will ever say. So not to get all metaphysical on you, but I am the metaphysical nurse.
Sure.
Say things like I am healthy.
I am healthy.
Not I am ill, or
I am ill.
okay, I have great energy.
I have great energy.
Repeat after me. That's all. He learns wicked fast. Not, I have cancer.
I have cancer. Oh, I see.
No, you don't want to say that.
Okay, I'm supposed to
Okay,
say the
then
first thing and not the second thing.
Healthy.
I am healthy and I have energy.
So this is just, just a little introduction. But basically, people kind of get sucked into the way things are always done. And so when it comes to your health care, and you go to your healthcare provider and you might have something wrong with you, they're going to look at you and they're going to teach you what to do based on what they have learned, which is probably only going to address your physical symptoms, your physical body. We are so much more than that.
We are so much more than that.
Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. There's a lot to us. Plus, we're in a context of our families, our environments. So many things all come together to make us who we are, and also to create things in our lives that we want and maybe sometimes we don't want. So.
Well, now let me interrupt you there and ask. Sure, no, I'm trying. We're in a very toxic environment these days.
Some of us.
Well, but there's a morass of toxicity around us, seemingly all the time. How do we resist that? How do we not let it get to us in our day-to-day lives? How do we keep positive in the face of overwhelming negativity?
That is a big question.
It is a big question. Do you have a short answer? We don't have a lot of time.
Okay, so the short, no, all right. The short answer would be take a big breath when you're in a situation that feels overwhelming or toxic or distressing. If you're feeling any distress, take a big breath, take a step back. And that can be a big challenge because we want to kind of jump in and react and, try taking a step back and think about what you want to say or do, okay? And then see how it feels. When you think about taking that action or making that statement, see how it feels, because your gut is like part of your intellect. You've heard the gut brain probably, and you have a gut feeling and all of that.
Yep.
And also your heart. So see how it feels versus what you're thinking about it. And that will kind of, feed your monkey mind a banana, keep it busy, get out of your head and pay attention to your feeling about it. And that can really help you kind of align with what's important to you when you're trying to get out of toxic situations and create like more clarity, calm, and connection in your life.
Sure,
So.
sure. Okay. I want to ask you about your Facebook group, One Brave Thing.
Okay.
What was the impetus to create One Brave Thing, and what's the gimmick there?
Thank you for asking. So the gimmick is, it was inspired by my first novel, One Brave Thing, and because the short story is, my husband asked me one day, you ever going to let anybody read your writing? It's so good. And I said, no, no, I never want anyone to read anything I've written.
Uh-huh.
And so it really took a lot of bravery on my part to get to a point where I did start showing it to people. And, that was 2 years ago, and I'm about to publish my third book. So
Wow.
Anyone can do it. So I started thinking that, and I thought, oh, let me talk to some other people about some brave things they've done in their lives. So I started an interview series, and it's on my website, KarenCreamer.com. Just go to the interviews tab, and so far there are 24 now, 2 years of interviews of women telling you the story about a brave act they've had in their life. And the most interesting part of that for me was, at least half of them, when I invite them to do an interview, they're like, I'm not brave. I've never done anything brave. And I've learned that those are the people that are going to come through with the most profound stories, really, about things that they've done. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we can't keep the people waiting any longer. We just we have to get to it. So, Karen Creamer, tell me about your damn book.
My damn book is so awesome.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah, I know that much.
I have been, so Honor Your Health, and I snuck the tagline in a little earlier, how to use holistic healing to create a life of clarity, comfort, and connection, because we're addressing all of the aspects of you.
Mm-hmm.
And with this book, I started thinking, my mother actually had cancer, was diagnosed, long story, part of it's in the book, but she died a terrible death because she sort of followed the traditional medical path with her diagnosis. See, and I don't want her to own it, but right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started thinking after all that happened, and then my father, the same thing happened, and I thought, what if there was a different way? And let me tell you the power of asking the what if question. And so in my book, I started asking, what if there was a different way, and started looking around, and you'd be surprised what you see when you start looking for it.
Huh.
And so that is it in a gist, that I want to help people who might be interested in starting to use holistic healing measures to kind of figure out where to start and how to do it. And for little or no cost, which is one of the awesome things about holistic health, you can kind of try things on for size, and in some cases it costs nothing, and the side effects are zero, so the risk is low.
Sure.
And the reward possibility is very high. And so I hope that all of you are interested in finding out more about this, and I want you all to tell 2 friends about my damn book, because it's so great. Tell 2 friends who might be interested in, finding out what if there was another way, and how do I get started on that path to figure out what that might mean for me.
The other thing you can do is to share this video.
Share this video!
So if you shared this video with 2 friends, and they shared with 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on, the message would really get out there, and Karen would be very happy. Karen's very happy anyway, generally. She's a very positive person, but she would be even happier if her message would reach that many more people.
Happy.
Yes.
Yes, 10,000 people. I have a goal. I would like to reach 10,000 people with the message in my book by October 26th, 2018. This or something better.
Surely we can do this, people. Surely we can do this.
Plus, and about this awesome program where Stephen's interviewing authors who have so many wonderful books to share. We have to let people know how to find us, and Stephen's helping us do that. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It's my honor to talk to all these authors and to learn their stories and to help them in any way I can, because that's what the community is.
And being yourself an author.
Well, yes, being myself an author, typosquad.com.
And KarenCreamer.com.
and KarenCreamer.com. So yes, it's a great, and I'm sure we can reach 10,000 people by October 26th.
October 26th.
October 26th. That's easy. That's simple. We can totally do that. So get on it, people, please. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for being on the show at long last.
At long last.
I'm very happy you were here.
Thank you. You too. So much fun.
Absolutely. And we will be right back.